Hi guys, I'm the Italian mixologist, and today I would like to share with you a couple of cocktails with bourbon. The first is a classic. It's an old-fashioned with bourbon. You can also use rye. Therefore you need 2 ounces of bourbon, about 3 drops of Angostura bitters, and brown sugar or demerara cubes. So let me proceed and make one for you. We are going to use 1 cube of demerara or brown sugar, and we're going to dip that brown sugar with about 3 drops of Angostura bitters. 1, 2, 3. You don't need more than that. At this point, I like to put a drop of club soda, flavor-free club soda, just a drop or a spoon. This will allow the sugar to be dissolving quicker than otherwise. You can use the back of the spoon or a muddler as well to break down the sugar together with the Angostura bitters and the splash of club soda. And here we go, I'm going to do it just for you to demonstrate how to smoosh the sugar and just let it melt together with the Angostura and just start to get that aromatic flavor together. Just like that. Once the sugar is dissolved, we are going to proceed with our ice. And we are going to pour our 2 ounces of bourbon whiskey. In this case, we use Eagle Rare from Kentucky, but you can also use a nicer rye if you like a bolder and more robust flavor. Here we go, we put our 2 ounces, and you can be generous with the 2 ounces, but the classic recipe allows you to create a balanced cocktail, spirits forward, aromatic, perfect for the season that we are in, with the Angostura bitters and sugar to balance each other out. And here we go with a spoon, so you don't need many tools for this one. Just gonna go inside with a spoon and just stir very well, up and down, and allow the ice to melt a little bit, and also that Angostura and sugar, brown sugar, to come together with the bourbon. We stir until it reaches perfect dilution, and then we are going to add a couple more ice cubes on it, just to make it really nice and cold, and to stabilize the temperature of this cocktail. Remember, this is a very old school cocktail, created back in the 1800s. It is one of the fathers of cocktails, so it is very important to replicate the history correctly. So to garnish, we are going to use an orange peel. So to cut the peel from an orange, you're going to need a potato peeler or a citrus peeler, and then with the motion of your hand, you're going to lock it down, and once you have the skin of the orange inside your tool, you're just gonna keep going until the end. Once you have this beautiful orange peel, now you're going to squeeze the oils, the part that is outside, on top of the drink, and all these gorgeous oils are going to be released on the top, and then we are going to touch a little bit the rim just to give that sensation of citrus on the lips, and then we're going to squeeze inside. Now I like to use a fancy scissor just to clean up the sides, but a knife does the same trick as well. Once we have cleaned up our orange peel, the last touch is just a cherry, maraschino cherry, or 2 if you like. Alright, and then we already squeezed our orange, so we're just gonna put the orange peel together and garnish our old-fashioned. Once we have done this, I would like to show you a variation of that as well. So for my Pecan-Maple old-fashioned, during this season, I suggest to use maple syrup, grade A organic maple syrup, instead of brown sugar. So you remove this amount and you add this. So about ½ an ounce, less than that, not too sweet. The same thing, we are going to pour about 1/4 to ½ ounce. You don't want to exaggerate with your maple because it's a sweet, robust flavor. So if we use Angostura in the classic, in this one I like to use a zesty orange bitters. These are more flavorful and a little bit more citrus to balance the other ingredients. We're going to do 3 drops of this as well. And for our bourbon, I infuse pecans into our bourbon, and I infuse it for about 5 days. I toasted the pecans and I infuse it for 5 days, strain it out, and then the leftover we turn it into candies. So that can be useful also for the garnish. We're going to pour our 2 ounces of the pecan infused bourbon. And now we are going to use one of my favorite ice. It is a sphere, so you can easily create a mold at home, or we can buy this ice and just use this clean cut ice sphere instead of the cubes to make your drink even more elevated. I forgot to mention, in order to make the bourbon, I infuse some pecans, but also use some citrus, orange peel, lemon peel, cinnamon and nutmeg, and some clove, and I let it infuse for about 5 days together. It's really tasty. When you mix with maple, get the rich sweetness, and the orange citrus brings up also that fresh aroma. And we do the same thing. We're going to do an orange peel as well. In this case, we don't need to repeat the process, but I just want to show you that you can easily use a knife to remove the sides, just like that. And you can make different shapes if you like. And we're going to squeeze the orange peels on the glass as well. Kindly, gently touch the rim. And then for this one, we can twist a little bit. And I'm going to show you another trick just right now. If you want to impress your guest, you can just use a clean cut cocktail pick. And also, if you like, you can do this. You can just use a knife and cut a disc just like this of the orange. Make sure the rough skin is outside. And then with a matches or a lighter, it's probably better a lighter, but I happen to have a match. You're just going to warm up a little bit the skin and just step back and squeeze the oils on top. And again, that will release the sweetness of the orange peel. Kind of make a little impression on your friends as well. Well, that's all for today. Happy holidays. Cheers.